EmceeTV.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve. You watching EmceeTV The Podcast, coming at you live from EmceeTV Studios in Des Moines, Iowa. As always, with me, my bro.
This your boy Big Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the West Coast. And
They know. I didn't know if you was waiting on me.
Right.
Oh, man. I look like I was on an episode of Naked and Afraid with some clothes on yesterday, bro. I got ate the fuck up by some mosquitoes. I was out.
Ping.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I was out putting in some work at the little rental property I got, and I tell you what, the bugs was out in full effect, man. I painted like 3 rooms. Paint was fucking suffocating me, so I said I'm gonna step outside and do a little yard work. Sure enough, boom, bugs was all up on me.
They're relentless, dog. They're coming out with a vengeance this year, dog.
Yeah, I guess we decided to not spray them. They said it wasn't in the budget. I'm like, whose budget was that? Who the fuck made that decision?
You know, they had to save a little $800K or some weak shit like that.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful. How you been? How's everything been for you?
Man, I'm slow motion. I'm in recovery mode, man. Yesterday was cheat day, man. So I did it stupidly big. You know, usually I try to eat clean, but yesterday I threw all that out the window. You know, we have a cheat day once every 40 days or so where I could just say fuck it and do what I want. And I did it big yesterday, man. So my body is hooked. You know what I'm saying?
I saw you down there eating donuts and shit.
Oh, man. I went to Choo Choo's Donuts, man. I was eating cronuts and cake donuts. And, man, took the wife to Highland Bakery. Was eating shit down there, man.
Oh,
shout out Choo Choo's Donuts. Shout out Highland Bakery.
Hell yeah. Shout out Ed and Cha-Cha down at Highland Bakery, yo.
Yeah, talk about went to Lachelle's Fine Foods, the new one in Highland Park.
Oh, damn, you went in.
For dinner, I took her to the new West African restaurant on Ingersoll called Palms, DSM. Okay. So shout out to Palms and shout out to Lachelle's Fine Foods, you know, and yeah, I'm hurting today.
That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, I went out and smashed pretty hard too. The last handful of days we were traveling, and so we did it up, you know what I mean, with a couple of big old Chipotle burritos.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Some shit like that. But we try, you know, I try and keep it clean even when you hit something like that. I feel like Chipotle is pretty clean in terms of
fast food.
Yeah, yep. You know what I mean? Because if you can go with the brown rice and black beans and stuff like that, instead of some of the crazy shit you could get at other locations where a fried burger. Or
the only knock that as for fast food it's okay. You know what I'm saying? As far as your ingredients, you know what I'm saying? The only knock would be that they're not organically sourced ingredients. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, fast food period is trash. But you know, if you're looking for levels, that would be a step up.
Without a doubt. Man, let's talk a little hip hop. We got this upcoming Sexy Red show here in Des Moines, man. It's gonna be big. She's the headliner. They got Twista, the Yin Yang Twins, and Boss Man D-Lo.
That's a good lineup, dog. I expected I expect bodies to be there, you know. I don't think it'll be a sold out show, but you know, I think they should sell enough tickets to where they don't have to cancel. Sexy Red got the juice right now to the young females, you know. Boss Man D-Lo got hits like a motherfucker for the young males, and Twista's an OG that'll round the night off. You know what I'm saying? That'll get your 40 and 35-year-olds in there. So I think it's a good event. I think it's a well-rounded lineup, and I think it'll do okay in Des Moines. You know, Sexy Red got the juice, man.
And the Yin Yang Twins gonna bring them that wildness out.
Oh, I didn't even know they was on the lineup. There you go. Shit, that falls in with the Twister crowd. They're gonna help Twister bring in that generation. So
100%, 100%. So,
shout out to the promoter that brought that through the city, though.
yeah, real talk, real talk. That's the homie. That's the homie from. Let me see if it says it on here. You know what? That's the homie.
Yeah, that's all y'all need to know.
It don't say his business on here, so I ain't gonna put it out there like that. But shout out to them for bringing him to town. It's gonna be a good show. I'm excited. It's the Midwest Fall Jam. Friday, October 24th. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30 at the all-new Casey Center in downtown Des Moines. Tickets available at iowaeventcenter.com or from your local spot. Matter of fact, just hit me up if you need a ticket. I'll orchestrate it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be out here moving and grooving and making it happen with some tickets too, I think. So much love and respect to everything they got going on. Shout out to the Casey Center for rebranding, formerly known as the Wells Fargo Center, the Wells Fargo Arena. It's now the Casey Center. Ray, you got any thoughts on that one? Do you feel any different about it?
Nah, man. I know it's just a money play. You know, they just, whoever got the money gets the naming rights for however X amount of years and shit. So it don't mean shit to me after X amount of years. It won't be Casey's. It'll be the next place,
It is kind of cool that Casey's is an Iowa company, whereas Wells Fargo is just a bank. They'll pop up anywhere. But Casey's originated in Iowa. You know what I mean? It started here. And so it is a little more home. It's got a home feeling to it a little more. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
shit. Yeah. I ain't mad at it. Motherfucking I want to ask you this real quick since we're talking about Casey's Event Center.
Throw it at me, dog.
If you got the rights, you know what I'm saying, granted to be a promoter there, and that you had to throw a successful hip hop event. You got one main headliner, and then you got two openers, and they could be any rappers in the world. What event would you throw at Casey's Event Center in Des Moines that would be successful?
So I need to pick 3 artists?
Yeah, you need a main headliner, and you need 2 supporters that would help make this show sell tickets here in Des Moines. It couldn't. You know what I'm saying. You could just go off of your favorites, your dream show, whatever. But you got to also factor.
They don't pay the bill.
Thank you.
They don't always pay the bill.
There you go.
Just because you like it doesn't mean motherfuckers are gonna show up.
You smell me.
All right. I would. Yeah. So the question is, do you go Voltron, where you just assemble a fucking crazy financial lineup that you couldn't normally afford, or do you just go with some typical these dudes? You know what I mean? Because you could do, I believe the Sprint Center in Kansas City a while back did Tech 9, 2 Chainz, and Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? And so, so them dudes kind of go together. You know what I mean? They did have some music together that they could perform together, but Tech is a little bit of a different lane. I could see 2 Chainz and Wheezy going together, but Tech is kind of his own lane. You know what I mean? But he's definitely the hometown favorite. And so, okay. So, I mean, Eminem is ultra elusive. And it would be groundbreaking for the city if Eminem came to Des Moines, Iowa. So I could be a pioneer for bringing somebody to the city that's never been here. I could also get to work with him. So that would be a bucket list. You know what I'm saying? And I know them tickets are going to sell. People would come from Kansas City, Minneapolis, wherever to come see him. You know what I mean? So that's one people will travel for because he's so elusive. So I would put Eminem as my headliner. And shout out to Tremaine up in here. He hit us with a stretch of emojis with the fire and the flex.
Shout out Straight Vodka. Shout out Tremaine, man. We got killer slaps in the vault. And you know that.
Okay, all right. So we got Eminem as a headliner. And then, I was ultra impressed with the new record, Muddy Waters 2 by my man Redman. And so I'm going to slide that in there. And I feel like a proper pairing would be one of the dudes I grew up listening to. And I could even maybe cheated and use them both as one. I'm going to slide Method Man on there too. So you got, maybe I could even cheat. We do Redman and Method Man.
Okay.
We do Eminem. and I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna slide one more on. I'm a just for the hell of it. I'm gonna put Ray West on there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do because I cheated a little bit and I found me a tax loop. You know what I mean? I backdoored it, and so I do Eminem, Redman and Method Man, and Ray West.
That's love. Hey, so for those just tuning in, Steve had to put together a list for a successful show at Casey's Event Center in Des Moines, Iowa. What would sell tickets? You know what I'm saying?
Ray, who you got?
I'm going with, I got to go big.
Ultra big. The bank is on the line.
For Des Moines, something big for Des Moines. For hip hop, too. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go, my headliner, I would bring Jay-Z to the Casey Center.
What? Okay, I fuck with it.
I bring Hove here, and then one of the openers would be Scarface and his live band. You know what I'm saying? And then I'd finish that. I chase the regional love, and I'd put Tech Nine and Strange Music as an opener for both of those guys to get that regional crowd in here.
That's what's up, bro. That's huge.
Jay-Z, Scarface, and his live band with Tech Nine at Wells Fargo. I'd go to that.
Hell yeah. I just dropped a comment in there. I said, drop us a comment below. What 3 artists would you bring to put your promotion name on the map? So drop us a comment below. Let us know what you think. Pick 3 artists that would not only pay the bills, but you also got to do some phenomenal shit with this. You got to get people in the door.
Yeah. Now you see a flyer you see any of those 2 flyers, you know what I'm talking about? This motherfucker say Eminem, Redman, and Method Man, and me on a flyer at Casey. You know what I'm saying? You going to that? You know that's gonna be wild.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm gonna slide into this next one. On this day in hip hop, we got. I just dropped the graphic on there. Photo by Skip Bolin, Getty Images. In 1984, Alberto Magnoli's musical drama Purple Rain, starring Prince, opened in theaters. That would be July 27th, 1984. It won Prince an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture. In 1999, American hip-hop group Hot Boys released their sophomore album, Guerrilla Warfare, produced by Manny Fresh of Cash Money Records. It debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and topped the top R&B hip-hop albums chart. In 2010, New York rapper Fat Joe dropped his 10th album, The Dark Side, Volume 1, featuring Lil Wayne, R. Kelly, Too Short, Young Jeezy, and Cameron. It reached number 27 on Billboard 200 and number 7 on Billboard's top rap albums. In 2010, the OG Tech Nine released his 10th album, The Gates Mixplate. It entered the Billboard 200 at number 13 and topped Billboard's U.S. Independent Albums chart. And in 2019, Chicago rapper G Herbo and producer Southside dropped the collaborative album Swervo. It achieved number 15 on the Billboard 200 and peaked at number 8 on the top rap albums chart. Ray, how you feel about the On This Day in Hip Hop, brought to us by Foxy 99?
Well, for 2010, I didn't know that Tech Nine's released the Gates Mixplate did so well. You know, that's dope. I wasn't aware that G Herbo's record did so well. So, you know, that's both Midwest shit. So that's some regional love right there. You love to see that.
Hell yeah.
That strikes close to home, you know. I fuck with Prince. I fuck with the Hot Boys in 1999. You know what I'm saying? Guerrilla Warfare was like that. I had a friend from Arkansas, you know what I'm saying, named Adrian, and he was all over Cash Money Records. So, you know, I was listening to that as well because that's what the fuck he was into. So I was familiar with all that. So
hell yeah, shout
nostalgic.
Most definitely. Shout out to the homie Tremaine in the comments. He said, so the question was, drop us a comment below. What 3 artists would you bring to put name on the map and get you the bag? Tremaine said from Straight Vodka Entertainment, Kendrick, Travis Scott, and Tyler if we talking numbers. Ooh, I like that he slid that in there. If we talking numbers, I put Tyler on there.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. That's a fucking 3-headed monster, dog.
It is. Okay, so we were talking G Herbo. We said Chicago rapper G Herbo and producer Southside dropped the collaborative album Swervo in 2019. G Herbo made some other news recently. Ray, you want to tell them about it, or you want me to slide in there, bro?
Shit, let's talk about it. Shit. Herbo. G Herbo reveals that he doesn't know Jay Dilla or Madlib. G Herbo got a lesson in hip-hop when he confessed he was unaware of two of the genre's legendary producers. Playing a game of this or that on the Adam Friedland show, the Chicago rapper was put into the position to choose between two musicians. In a clip shared on social media, he goes through 2 rounds of rappers before being stumped. Quote, let's do the classic, Tupac or Biggie. Tupac, I'm going to go with Tupac. I've always been a Pac kind of nigga, responded the PTSD performer. Next up, the game went to Southern hip hop as G Herbo had to pick between Gucci Mane and Jeezy. He says, WAP, I'm going Gucci. The 3rd round is where the game took an interesting turn. Jay Dilla or Madlib? Or is that a white question? Friedland asked. Oh, shit. Quote, that was a white question, responded G Herbo and just, hey, don't kill me, nobody. Who are they? Well, let me tell you about hip-hop culture, teased Freeland. They're the best producers ever. Quote, what did they produce? Questioned the rapper. When informed that Madlib was the high-pitched artist behind Quasimodo, he went with the California native. It's the right answer. Dilla died, and it's very sad, but it's the right answer, Friedland added. Just because you're dead doesn't mean you win. I'm sorry that I said that. The comment section of the Instagram clip was filled with mixed reactions of the rap star being unaware of the 2 producers by name. Cool Adam teaching G Herbo about Jay Dilla and Madlib wasn't on my bingo card, but even Madlib would say the answer will always be Jay Dilla, wrote one user. Knowing Quaz and not Madlib is really funny. Shout out Herbo, suggested another. It was not a white question, but Madlib is a white answer. Jay Dilla always, suggested a third. Watch G Herbo's full interview on the Adam Friedland show below. How do you feel about that, Steve-O?
It's a shocker. I mean, Jay Dilla is, I guess I went down the production road, and so I learned a lot more about Jay Dilla than I knew, but I definitely knew who he was. He was from Detroit. You know what I mean? He died in L.A. At the young age of 32. He was tapped in very heavy with Slum Village and did a lot of work with them. But, I mean, the man has a massive catalog. He had an unorthodox approach to music in terms of his layout of how a beat should sound, and it is still being analyzed and incorporated today. He is your favorite producer's favorite producer, to say the least. He was on Stone's Throw Records, Barely Breaking Even, Delicious Vinyl, Empire, MCA Records, Counterflow Recordings. I mean, he did a lot. He did a ton. He's got one child, Jemiah Yancey. I mean, Jay Dilla he's a big deal. And I mean, I feel like you got to know the dudes that came before you and paved the way. In terms of Madlib, he died at 51. He was kind of behind the scenes because he wore that mask. You know what I mean? It was a mask that kind of shielded him a little bit, but he was in several groups. I take that back. I'm sorry. Madlib is not dead. He is not dead. For some reason, I thought it said he had passed away up there. Jesus. Remix. They were both on Stone's Throw Records. But Madlib is got an unorthodox approach to music too. But he's teamed up with a ton of different MCs over the years. Done a ton. I mean, his discography and catalog of music is insane. And both are highly, highly respected producers and MCs as well. So,
I mean, I ain't gonna get on here and act like I'm ultra familiar with both of them. I know who they are, but I don't have a vast knowledge of their catalogs though either. You know what I'm saying? So
CP jumped in here. He said, Jay Dilla hate or disrespect will not be tolerated.
yeah, you know, man, this hip hop is very deep, man. There's a lot of pockets of hip hop, and there's a lot of knowledge that should be sought after. You know what I'm saying? Like your history, you know. Yeah, man, you got to pay homage to the ones that came before you, and yeah, dog, I think that's important.
Without a doubt. I think that paying respect to the OGs that laid it down before you is a huge it's a huge thing in hip hop. You know what I mean? Not always so much, you know, I don't know that you hear, I guess that isn't really my lane, but I don't know that you hear a ton of country artists getting in the mix and going, pay tribute to Conway Twitty, or you know what I mean? You know, whatever. But in hip hop, you know what I mean? It's that respect thing, you know what I mean? And it's very important. And I think that it's a crucial part of it, you know what I mean? And it had kind of gone away for a little while, and it was okay to not know your hip hop history. But I think there's a lot more of that coming online right now. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers are kind of expecting you, if you're an MC in the game, to know your hip hop history. And coincidentally, that brings me to our next topic, which is quite convenient. Boom. Hip hop was born here. I want to talk about it a little bit about that. This is a super exciting topic for me. It's a new show that just dropped. It's a team up between CBS and LL Cool J. It's produced by Tom Brady, oddly enough. And it's called Hip Hop Was Born Here. It says the LL
Tom Brady know about hip hop.
You know?
Shit.
Shout out to my cousin D Wood. He said the same thing. He said, damn, I didn't think Tom Brady was affiliated with hip hop, but apparently he's in the mix. It says LL Cool J explores hip hop roots in new docuseries Hip Hop Was Born Here by CBS. 50 years after critics dismissed hip hop as a passing fad, Grammy Award winner LL Cool J is taking viewers back to the genre's authentic New York roots with this new docuseries Hip Hop Was Born Here, featuring intimate conversations with the culture's founding pioneers. The Queens-raised rapper, who released his first single, I Need a Beat, at age 16, serves as a co-host, a host, and creator, and the executive producer of the series that features conversations with hip-hop legends including Big Daddy Kane, Rev Run, and Roxanne Shante. It's about hip-hop being born here, not just its roots and origins in New York, but where it came from as an artistic sense, LL Cool J said about the New York's role in hip-hop creation. The docuseries also aims to counter shallow perceptions of the genre. Nowadays, when most people think of the hip-hop, they think of guys with a bunch of diamonds and showing off money, and it's become, pretty shallow, he said. What this does is gives people an understanding of where hip hop really comes from, the spirit behind it, the messages of empowerment that are there. LL Cool J described learning new details about the genre despite his extensive knowledge, saying the series focuses on personal stories from artists that include the inspiration behind the art. When asked about legacy, the multi-talented performer reflected on the unpredictable nature of how one is remembered. I think ultimately no one really gets to decide what their legacy is going to be, he said. That's actually decided by the people that you leave behind and the world that you leave behind. The new docuseries emphasizes hip-hop's core message of authenticity and self-expression, according to LL Cool J. Hip-hop culture has always been about going inside and tapping into the inner you, he said. I'm excited, bro. I saw a little snippet of it when I was out in Wyoming. It looks phenomenal. I think they have 8 or 9 episodes out so far. It looks very impressive, and I'm excited to dig in on it and peep this out.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out LL Cool J for sure. Hip hop was born here. So what's it all about then?
It's about the beginning era of hip hop and where it came from and people's perspectives, and it tells the story of hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah, hip hop's story about it itself.
Okay. And then it says, I think Reverend Run, Big Daddy Kane, Roxanne Shante. That'll be interesting. I imagine you'll get some good stories, probably some stories that we haven't heard before. LL Cool J is a good guy to have at the front of that.
Would you tap in and
Tom
watch
Brady was, yeah, I definitely would. Tom Brady's supposed to be a producer or something, or funded in it or something.
He is a co-producer, I want to say. Let me verify his title on this one. Google AI said, oh,
excuse me.
Maybe there's two Tom Bradys because I typed in Tom. Maybe I'm.
Man, what y'all think of LL Cool J's last album? Drop in the comments if you heard LL Cool J's last album.
Yeah, I definitely fucked with the last album. I thought it was ultra dope. Okay, we're gonna go to IMDb real quick, and I'm gonna verify this because I definitely seen his name in there. We even had a conversation about it. There we go. Hip hop was born here. Okay, let me see what we got for credits here. So the top cast is LL Cool J, Method Man, Remy Ma, Cheryl Salt James, Dougie Fresh, Roxanne Shante, Grandmaster Cash, Chic Luch, Marlon Mall, Rev Run. Yeah. Okay, so the writers were LL Cool J and Peyton Manning.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
I fucked it up. Peyton Manning. My bad. I thought it was Tom Brady. Wrong quarterback.
I thought you said Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with hip hop, bro? This shit is crazy. Yeah. And Peyton Manning is even more unbelievable than Tom Brady. Like, I'm more inclined to believe Tom Brady has more swag than Peyton Manning.
So it says producers were Kirk Frazier, LL Cool J, and Peyton Manning. And then writers were LL Cool J and Peyton Manning.
So said Peyton Manning. Man.
There we go. Plot twist.
Peyton Manning's favorite rapper is Post Malone. Come on, Doug.
Drop us a comment below. Let us know what you think about Hip Hop Was Born Here on Paramount Plus with LL Cool J and plot twist Peyton Manning.
And that's no disrespect to Post Malone, but I don't consider Post Malone's genre of music as hip hop.
What about the early shit he did?
Just like Jelly Roll, just like when Jelly Roll used to rap, but now he does music for the broken. You know, that's just not hip hop. Not saying it's bad, but you know, once these guys discover that the bag comes after, you know, switching genres, they don't give a fuck about hip hop. And then once you don't give a fuck about hip hop and me, that just shows that, you know, the vulture in you.
You think they sold out for the bag?
I mean, shit, yeah.
Now let's pivot to this next topic. I just dropped the graphic on here, Miami, because this is a perfect pivot. We got Morgan Wallen, Lil Wayne, and Rick Ross on the remix for the new track. Ray, take this one. Let me know what your thoughts are.
The Miami remix brings together Morgan Wallen, Lil Wayne, and Rick Ross in a genre-bending country rap collaboration. The track samples Keith Whitley's Miami, and includes lyrical nods to Trina, Will Smith, and Trick Daddy. Wallen's past hip-hop collaborations include work with Lil Durk and Moneybagg Yo, plus a cameo in Drake's She Broke My Heart music video. Morgan is back in hip-hop's orbit. This time he called on Lil Wayne and Rick Ross for the official remix to his single Miami, a standout from his May album I'm the Problem. The unlikely trio united across genre lines, creating a collaboration that blends Wallen's country roots with the two of rap's most influential voices. Both Lil Wayne and Ross brought heavyweight verses to the southern-tinged ballad. The song samples Keith Whitley's 1985 classic Miami, was produced by Charlie Handsome and Joey Moy. The remix gave it a new life, with Weezy and Rose delivering verses that leaned into luxury, heartbreak, and hustle. Wildin first teased the collaboration during a Miami tour stop earlier this month, swapping his usual walkout music for a preview of the remix. It seemed like it could use a rapper on there, he said during a sit-down on this past weekend with Theo Von back in April. Lil Wayne wasted no time name-dropping Will Smith, Trick Daddy, and Uncle Luke in his verse that references yacht parties, South Beach indulgence, and a lost engagement with a certain peer. Me and Trina almost got married, shit, he raps. Rick Ross pulls up with bars about wealth and legacy. Cry once, not twice, really hurt with my dad passed, he rhymes, adding emotional depth to a verse draped in designer bags and Corvettes and convertibles. Essentially, they gave Miami a street sun-drenched makeover. This isn't Morgan's first rap collab. In 2022, he topped the hot R&B and hip-hop songs charts with Lil Durk on Broadway Girls, and later linked with Chicago rapper again for Stand By Me. He also worked with Moneybagg Yo on Whiskey, and made a cameo in Drake's 23 Broke My Heart music video. Drizzy later returned the favor by guest walking Morgan out on his tour in Houston.
What do you think, bro?
I have not heard the record, so I couldn't tell you, man.
I listened to it this morning. It's catchy, but it's not you know what I mean? It ain't something that I can see it will be successful by the tune, you know what I mean? And its playability, but I am not a fan of either one of these three artists, but the song is catchy. And so it has radio play. It, you know what I mean? It's a ballad about Miami. And so that'll definitely resonate with folks from Miami. And so I think it will reel those people in, and they know what they're doing when three superstars come together to make a song like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure it's burning up the waves right now.
Yeah, it's got commercial success.
Yeah, it seems like it. I gotta get back into my DJ bag. You know what I'm saying? I got to DJ a party this at the end of this month. I got a couple DJ gigs, so I'll be hip to all the new music again in a couple weeks. I'm gonna take a little bit of time off.
You got to sneak that Miami up in there on them.
Imagine I am, for real.
Do the crossover with the fade and pull in the real one, you know, the original Miami.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
What was that movie with John Lovitz back in the day where the dude gets up there and starts scratching like a rhinestone cowboy?
I don't even know.
Oh, that was wild.
I don't even know. But I'm gonna check it out though. I've been on a mission to play a lot of new music. You know, every day I do a video, and you know, I make a video about the newest slap that I'm entertained by. A new release that came across my radar.
You speaking of that, I saw your little I saw the short that you did about Sacramento, and I noticed that you had a pretty heavy hitter on there in the comment section. Did X-Rated jump on there and comment on one of your videos, bro?
Yeah, dog. X-Rated did comment on my YouTube video.
That's wild as hell, homie. Shout out Strange Music. Shout out X-Rated. Shout out Mozzie. That's massive.
I just did one of my videos talking about one of the new hottest singles that are out right now, and it happened to be X-Rated and Mozzie's new joint called Still Outside. And I posted it on my YouTube channel. You know, I didn't tag anybody. I just put it up, shit. So he just came across that shit. And just saluted me. So, yeah. You never know who's watching, man.
Amen.
Just because they don't subscribe or comment, you know, like, you never know who's watching what you're doing and listening to what you're saying.
That's kind of like dress for the job you want, not the job you have, right?
Yeah.
It's the way you carry yourself. No, that's dope.
X-Rated, man, he's been whooping ass lately. I've been on some X-Rated shit too, so
yeah,
you know.
I was fucking with the what's the joint he did? My Heart, Queen of Hearts.
Man, that shit is hard as fuck, dog.
Yeah, that joint slaps.
It don't matter how bomb your tracks is, Dr. Dre couldn't even cure your whackness. You that sick. Niggas ill.
Oh, I love it. That's hard as fuck.
Off with his head. Off with his head.
Oh fuck. Shout out Strange Music. Shout out X-Rated. Ray, where can they find the short if they want to peep out your short?
Man, you can just type in Big Ray West on YouTube. BIGG Ray West. That'll get you there.
We'll leave a link in the comments, or I'm sorry, not the comments. We'll leave a link in the description below so you can find it if you need to.
Or you could type in GFG Records on YouTube. Both of them will get you straight to my channel.
Hell yeah. Jump in the comment section real quick. We got CP. He said culture vultures. I think he was sharing his views on the Miami joint. And then
it's the rappers that switch. It's man, you come in all this rapping, you put 10, 15 years in rapping, but then suddenly you do that country song and you see mass success, like, damn. Then you do another country song and you duplicate it, you like, damn. Then you do a country album and you see success and you're like, oh, nigga, fuck rap.
That's just for the birds.
Yeah, y'all rap, you know what I'm saying? I sing now,
right.
So.
The homie Tremaine from Straight Vodka said X-Rated is a monster.
He really is, and he always has been. He always has been. He was dropping albums while he was locked up, but while he was locked up, obviously they wasn't getting the promotion that they deserved. So to see Strange Music sign an OG like Brother Lynch Hung, and drop like 3 or 4 albums with him, and then turn around and sign, one of arguably his protege, you know what I'm saying, X-Rated, and then now dropping albums with him, like that's dope, man. I just love what Strange Music is doing with Sacramento. I love that whole Garden Block Strange Music connection. Like,
low to the brain.
Man, that's just crazy dope, man. So like I said, shout out X-Rated, man, and shout out Nina.
Hell yeah. I am ultra excited for the upcoming show. Ray, did you get your ticket yet? I heard you got a ticket.
What show?
The Chicago show with Tech Nine and them.
Shit, I got a ticket for a Chicago show, but it's for Ice Cubes.
Yay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see Ice Cube in Chicago in October.
I love it. This wasn't in our topics, but you had sent me the video where who was it? The stand-up comedian, what's his name? Was taking shots
at Spears.
Ari Spears was taking shots at Cube, and then I saw Cube was on a radio show and somebody asked him about it, and he said, "Who?"
Yeah. He said, "Oh, he's supposed to be a comedian because he ain't never made me laugh."
Yeah, I love it. He had a flip on old boys talking shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
You think them dudes is really friends outside the box? They just fucking with each other? No.
I don't think Cube does that type of shit.
He only acts when the camera's on.
Yeah, and even then he's playing Ice Cube. So Ari Spears not wrong about that.
Oh, I love it.
But he did lose me with the music shit to say that you know what I'm saying, you don't like anything, you're not a fan of anything Ice Cube has brought to the table musically. I'm not saying he's got to be your favorite rapper or you got to put him on your Mount Rushmore, but you're not a fan of nothing musically in the last 40 years that Ice Cube has brought to the game. There's nothing there that you can dig or you like.
That's hard to believe.
That's hardcore, dog.
You can't tap in with the Dr. Dre Natural Born Killers. You can't tap in with NWA. You can't tap in with he specifically called out it was a good day.
It was a good day. Oh man. I don't know, dog. Ice Cube's in my top 5, so
he's a killer. And he was penning rhymes for motherfuckers back in the day during NWA. He was writing Eazy's rhymes.
Yeah.
So
he was one of my dad's favorite rappers. So we grew up, man. We grew up with Ice Cube cassette tapes in the home, man. So it's just a part of who I am.
Shout out my cousin Nolan. He put me up on Ice Cube back in the day. That's his favorite rapper.
Shout out Nolan.
He lives out in Chino Hills, California. I'm sure he's seen him a handful of times in concert. But he's I Ice Cube's a legend, bro. He's a legend. You can't disregard what he's done for the culture and what he's done for music in general. You know what I mean? Even if you weren't a fan of hip hop, just the contributions that he has given back, and with his years of success and years of giving back to the community in hip hop.
Yes, sir.
Ray, what do we got up next, bro? We're running through these pretty quick.
So let's talk about the Cudi Xzibit. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Let's talk about the Cudi Xzibit. Looks like he's gonna go on tour.
Yep, I am definitely excited for this one. You put this one on my radar. I was not 100% tapped in on this one, but I'm super excited that he may be in our area a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like it's the Kingmaker World Tour. You know what I'm saying, with special guest Coyote.
Yeah, and I like Coyote. Nuisance put me up on the Hispanic dudes at LA Coyote that Be Real from Cypress Hill has been tapped in with super heavy. Them dudes are killing it. I thought it was one dude named Coyote, but Coyote is a 2-person group at a SoCal, and they're fucking eating it up right now. They're killing it.
That's dope. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna span across the Midwest. Got some LA dates in there, you know. It looks like Los Angeles, Dallas, Denver, Colorado Springs, Tacoma, Boise, Vegas, Phoenix, Blue Lake. You know, then we're gonna jump overseas. Looks like they got about 3 or 4 Australia dates.
You know what kind of blew my mind? So that tour that was supposed to come through here with all the West Coast legends and whatnot, a little while back, we were talking about it earlier when we were talking about Headliner Marketing's upcoming event.
Yeah.
That was a Bobby D Presents tour. This Xzibit is a Bobby D Presents. His name is down there in the bottom middle. So that's kind of an interesting connection that comes full circle, that massive tour that was coming here is also ran by this same promoter, I guess, production company. I saw that the homie Black P and the homie Troll from Strong Survive Presents picked up the 2 shows in Colorado. They got the Sunshine Amphitheater show, and they've also got the show at Cervantes or the Roxy in Denver with the Xzibit.
Right.
I feel like I need to hit one of them. There's 3 options on there. The Springfield, Missouri one is maybe a little more likely because it's all the way out in like December 2nd. So that would be a little easier to hit because it's pushed off in the distance. I may have messed up.
We should do that. Shit.
Okay. Let's see if we can't get it on the radar.
Springfield, December 6th.
6th. Okay. Yeah. We'll have to see what day that falls on. Let me pull up a calendar real quick.
You know, in the Midwest, it don't snow until March these days.
That's true. There we go. December 6th, you said? That's a Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, man, we're there.
That's a Saturday. We might be.
I'll just be getting back from San Francisco.
Let me see what day I got this. I got tickets to that upcoming Burt Kreischer show at the Casey Center. We bought them a few months ago, and that is early December. Let me just verify the date on that real quick. Yeah, that might be a hiccup. That is December 11th. We might be able to make that happen. Let me see if we can't round up a pack of the homies and ride down there. So December 11th is a Thursday. I don't got to take any time off for that one. So if I took that Saturday off, we have to run down there and run all the way back same day. Wouldn't be able to burn up a bunch of time because I had to work Sunday. Well, let's put a pin in it. We'll circle back around. We'll make it happen. I'll mess with it. So Kingmaker tour is out. Xzibit also has the new vinyl for Kingmaker. Now here's an interesting caveat. Kingmaker came out on Greenback Records. Greenback Records is owned by Conor McGregor.
I don't like that.
That was about the realest reaction we could have got.
I don't like that.
You don't like him?
I like the record.
You don't like him as a person, or
Yes. I like the record though, man. Kingmaker is good. I played it a few times. You know what I'm saying?
It's a killer record.
The world needed Xzibit at this time. You know, long overdue, but it was delivered and it was very solid. I appreciated it, and I plan to go see Xzibit in Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Springfield. I feel like he's one of those artists that you got to, man. You got to go see. So, and he's coming to the Midwest. There's no excuse on the weekend.
Yeah. Let me see. I was trying to figure out what the venue was. It does not say.
The Regency.
The Regency. All right. Let me see if I can figure out. It's got to be an outdoor or an indoor venue, right? Because you can't.
Oh yeah.
You can't.
December in the Midwest.
Right. You can't be worrying about snow in December in the Midwest. All right. I just pulled it up. Where we at here? They got. Oh, that's Keenola. I thought it was somebody else. They got Dej Loaf. They got some folks on here. Rio the Young OG. Where we at here? We're in October. Holy guacamole! These guys stay busy. This it almost looks like a Val Air type of situation. Oh, they don't go. Oh yeah, they do. They do. Oh, it's not listed on here. That's wild. It's not listed
it's
on there.
Already canceled. Do they got dates beyond December?
Beyond that date, they do. They have December 11th. They got Eli Young Band.
Not a good look.
And Arkansas on December 18th.
See, this is what happens when you have a fighter, a UFC fighter, do your business. Oh, man.
Let me, I don't see that I missed it. Let me just see if I can type in Xzibit at the Regency, and we'll see if we can pull it up.
I'm going to get that. I want that Xzibit vinyl.
I was just looking at that. You can get it off of Conor McGregor's website.
Oh, man.
I'm not seeing anything about. We're gonna have to check out Xzibit's webpage, figure out the info on this, and figure out what the situation is. I don't want to speak out of pocket and say that there's an issue. So his website says Saturday, December 6th, the Regency Live, downtown SGF. Maybe it's not in. What would SGF be? It's interesting. Spirit Good Official. Springfield's premier nightlife destination. Spring Good Official. Well, either way, we'll find out the information for y'all. We'll dig it out. We'll leave it in the comments. We'll let you know. Ray, what you got going on the rest of the day? I got to head to work here in a little bit.
Man, probably finna get out there and do a little work in this garage, move some things around and shit. You know,
I feel you on that.
Not too much, man. Get ready for the work week, dog.
Yeah, I'm about to have me some lunch, get my work clothes on, and then I gotta head out the door. I ain't worked in about.
What you about to eat?
I mean, it's gonna be something light. You know what I mean? Some pork tacos, some carnitas or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I smashed a couple of tacos because. Yeah, you know what I mean. I got to get out the door and go punch that clock. I got to put in that work. You know what I'm saying?
On daddies.
So, all right. Well, I think we leave him at that, bro. And we leave him thirsty for the next episode, as Dre and Snoop would say. We'll catch y'all next Tuesday, 4:00. That sound right?
Hello.
Hey. Until then, it's your boy, that motherfucker Steve for EmceeTV.
It's your boy Big Ray West, BIGG, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the West Coast. And they know.
I want to say thank you to everybody for watching, tuning in, sharing, and commenting. Big ups to CP, Tremaine, and the rest of the folks that commented extra heavy with us today. Without you guys, I mean, we do the show for you guys. You know what I mean? Ray and I could have this conversation on the phone privately. We do this for y'all. So thank you very much for everybody sharing, commenting, liking, and telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So we appreciate y'all. Until next time, we out. Peace.
Been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jump. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice won. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them moves ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck 'em like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, softer than a razor's touch. We hit that script and get the caking up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.
Big balls don't take